Good morning. Welcome back to my channel Everything Business by SIRISHA Varma. In today's video, we are going to talk about this amazing business opportunity that you can do on the side as part-time, or if you have a full-time job, you can also look at this opportunity as a work from home opportunity to earn some extra money. You can not only market this specific business to Indian customers, but you can also market this business and make money from people living in other countries like US, UK, etc. So in this video, I will take you through this process step by step by going directly into the UI and demoing you how you can use this specific tool to earn extra cash. This is just one of the episodes in the series that we are going to talk about, which will include partial business ideas, that is, business ideas that you can do on the side as a side hustle, or work from home opportunities that you can earn additional cash as. This is applicable specifically for students, housewives, and also people who are looking for a full time job but currently they have not found it yet. It is also a good opportunity to earn some extra cash if you are a business owner and currently building your business. I hope you will like this series and stay tuned for the next episodes in the series as I am planning to create 10 episodes or 10 ideas in the next coming few weeks. So, if you like this content, stay tuned to this channel. Let us get into the UI now and see what this business opportunity is all about. See you there. Okay, so now let us get into the UI and actually look at this opportunity. The opportunity that we are going to discuss about today is resume building websites. As you know, 2021 has seen a tremendous increase in the number of jobs available there. But if you are a fresher or if you know freshers, you know that it has been very, very difficult for them to get a job. Most of the many of the reasons that freshers face because of which they don't get jobs is probably though their skills are right for the job, most of the HR people get overwhelmed whenever a job posting is made because they get lots and lots of resumes their way, and it is humanly impossible to sort through all of those resumes and then get the best candidate into the interview room. We are going to try to make it simpler for the HR and also make it easy on the fresher to get recruited using our resume building skills. Yes, we are going to create a website completely for the person who is applying for the job so they can send this website to the HR rather than just send a Word document or a PDF document as a resume, because HR people are overwhelmed with all the Word documents and PDFs that they have to sort through. And if you are a fresher, you would want to make sure that your resume goes to multiple levels of people in an easy way. So you could also send the specific website in a WhatsApp message or as a DM on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn as well, which makes it super easy for the people to go through your qualifications and your scope of work. And this is also very different from what other people are doing in the market. So this will make sure that you stand a chance of getting hired. Now, how is this a business opportunity for us? It is a business opportunity for us because most of the people who are also looking for jobs, apart from freshers, are probably middle-aged people as well. They're trying to move careers, and anybody who's actually seeking for a job wants to stand out from the crowd. But all of these people may not exactly have technical skills to create resumes which stand apart from the crowd. That is where you and I come into the picture. You can pitch this as a business service and get paid at least 2,000 to 4,000 rupees. And this is just Indian currency, is what we are talking about. You could also market the service of building a full-fledged resume website to customers or to people seeking employment in other countries, including US, UK, Australia, Canada. For these kind of people, you could actually pitch your services for anywhere from 10 to $20 or more. And you can create this resume building website by yourself completely free. You don't even have to invest 1 cent using the tool that I'm going to show you. And all the episodes in this specific series of a side hustle or a work from home opportunity are 100% genuine. We will also be talking about how to market your service in this specific series. And everything that we'll be talking about in this series will be 100% free tools that you can use to build a bustling side hustle by yourself. So, why the delay? Let's get into the UI. As you can see, this website that we are going to build it on Google.sites. As you know, Google also hosts websites, just like you have GoDaddy websites. But this tool that we are going to use, as I said, is 100% free. And that is why we are going to use Google as the main domain to create our website. Remember, we are not hosting this website. We're just creating the website and sharing it with the client who is the job seeker. The job seeker could be a fresher or could be a middle-aged person looking for a change in the career. The job seeker will then share the URL that you have created for them with the HR person or the employer. So to do that, first of all, you have to make sure that your client creates a Google Gmail account and shares it with you. So this account needs to be new because you don't want their personal email account to be shared with you. You tell them specifically that you want them to create an entirely new Gmail account. Of course, Gmail is free across the world, so it should not be an issue for them. And secondly, they also need to share the password, not just the email ID with you. Of course, because anyways, they're taking your services and this is a completely new email ID, this should not be a problem with them. So let us get into the UI and actually see how to build this website from scratch for free. So as you can see my screen, I have all of these Google accounts right now with me. Let us say I want to use one of the accounts to build this website. I'm going to use this account, which is joebdigital@gmail.com. Let us say this is akin similar to the Gmail ID that your client has created for himself and then shared it with you. Now, there is a password, of course, again shared by the client with you, and you just log in into the account. So once you log in into the account, this is the Gmail, or since I'm already logged into sites.google.com, this is how your UI actually looks like. As you can see, there are multiple templates here available using which you can build multiple sites, not just the resume website. But right now, since we are talking about this opportunity of building a resume website, we will concentrate on that one specific service. The template that we'll be selecting for this specific service is the portfolio. So if you can see, the portfolio is a template which is already open. So I will just quickly run you through how the portfolio actually looks like. So if you look at how the portfolio looks like, this is the template that Google Sites provides you with. As you can see, you have these specific 3 pages: home, about, and the project page. These are perfect if you are creating a resume. But if you want to add additional pages, if the client is probably has been employed previously, is not a fresher, he might have a lot of projects that he wants to showcase. He might have a lot of certifications that he has, a lot of awards that he has won, which you could also showcase using this. So don't be overwhelmed that there are only 3 pages at this point of time, but you could add additional pages. Now, this is how the actual template looks like. Now, let me quickly take you through all of the different opportunities available right here. Now, if you look at this specific header position, this is talking about the name. So I could just click on it and make some edits to it. So for example, let us say I'm creating a resume website for myself, or I am the client. I have given you a project. So let us say, since my name is Sirisha, let me change this to, hi, I am Sirisha, a digital marketer from India. You could also add your client specific image. So all these details, even before you start the work of creating a resume website, you need to ask your client to send you the official resume that he has prepared, to share it with his HR. So it should contain details, like it should contain the professional image of the client. It should contain details like their educational qualifications. It should contain details regarding the project work, if they have already had previous work experience. It should contain details regarding their address, their phone number, their contact information, because it is super important. And if there is an introduction video that your client could also shoot, there is nothing like that, because in today's world, everybody is super busy, and even the HR does not read through the resume, no matter how many pages you add to it. So, to make it easy for everybody involved, it is easy and quick if your client could just shoot a small introductory video of themselves using a mobile phone, which they can then share it with you. Now, let us go back and then look at this image. As you can see, this is a stock image. I could actually replace this image with my professional image or my client's professional image. To do that, I just highlight the image and then go to these three dots. As you can see, it is giving me more editing options here. So I just click on it. And the best part about using Google Sites is Google Sites also gives you an amazing range of free images right from Google image searches that you could do and directly add it into your resume building website. So as you can see, it is currently I want to replace this image probably for something which looks much more professional. So either I could directly upload it from my own laptop using the upload feature, or I could select an image directly from the Google's search functionality. So let us say I want to add an image using the Google search functionality. I could just click on select image. This is where it shows me multiple options. So as you can see, the first option that it has given me is my Google Drive. Since I am creating this specific website using the Google Gmail account, it is also giving me access to the Google Drive that is available with that account. Apart from that, I could also, if I like a specific image, I could directly pull in from the URL of the website that that image is present in. Apart from that, this is one of those beautiful things about this specific building website on a Google site. This gives you umpteen opportunities to go and search for the appropriate images directly from Google. So let us say I want something which looks professional. So I just type professional image. And as you can see, this is going to Google Images directly and searching for whatever keyword I have put here. I like this image, so I would be selecting this. You just click on insert. Now remember, this is just a demo that I'm giving you. You should not be selecting any stock images if you're working on a resume building website. This image should be of the client that you're working for on building this website, because there is no point adding stock images if you're building a resume website for your client. This should have their details only. So since at this point of time, this is just a demo, I'm showing you the other options that are available in Google that you can directly use to enhance the look of your resume building website. So this is how it looks like. Now, as you can see, this looks very, very bland at this point of time because it is all empty. It says your name, but this is generally for your logo. Since we are creating this for an individual person, we don't have any logo. So I could just remove it at this point of time. Now, if you look at this layout, this seems to be very bland. So what I could do is I could change the color. How I do that is, as you can see, if I put my cursor to the left, you have all these options. You have section colors, you have duplicate section, and you have a delete section option as well. So if I go to section colors, these are the different styles that are available out here. So if I click on style 1, there is no change here because it is already highlighted. Now, if I go back to style 2, this is how it looks like. So there is a slight gray background which is created when I select section 2. But I want it to have some colors because I want to create an impression on the HR person that I am sending this resume website to. So let me just click on style 3. And this is how the color looks like. I really like this color. So at this point of time, I am just going to keep it. Now, apart from that, I could also change the text color because I want my client's name to be highlighted and to be immediately visible as soon as the HR person looks at this resume website. To do that, I just highlight the name, and there is an option of small a, which is the text color. You just click on it, and depending on which color you want, you could directly use that. Let us say I want to highlight it in blue, but the blue behind the specific background is not looking great. So let me see if I can use red instead. As you can see, this is how the red looks like. If you don't like the background color, you could again go back, go to this section colors and have something which does not have any background or a light color background. Apart from this, you could also start adding different details here. Now, as I mentioned, one of the best ways to grab attention of any HR person when you're applying for a job is to have an introductory video. Remember, people don't hire people specifically because of their professional qualifications. People hire people because they feel the other person is likable. And to make sure that you give out that impression, it is better if you create a professional video of yourselves, introducing yourself and talking about your education qualifications. This video should be at least 2 to 3 minutes long. That's a don't create a video which is too big. That is, these are the suggestions that you need to give your client. See, remember at any point of time, your client may also be capable of building this website by themselves. So in that case, why should they hire you and why should they pay you extra bucks to create this for them? The only specific reason is because they value your suggestions. They think you are a person who has been professionally into this, who has created this for multiple people. So they would actually pay you for your professional advice. So that is what we are going to do here. You suggest your client to create a video which is at least 2 to 3 minutes long. That's it. Not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes long, because nobody has the time to look at such a big video. It should be a concise video and it should consist of details regarding your client's education qualifications, any project work that they have done, how are they different from the other candidates in the market, if and why are they applying for this specific role or this specific company. See, at the end of the day, everybody loves their company, right? If you are a HR working for a specific company and the other person actually says you work for a great company, you feel a certain pride. So it is always better to provide a little flattery. When I say flattery, it should come directly from your heart. If you hate that company, you're still applying because you don't get job anywhere else, and you try to flatter the other person, it actually shows on your face. So don't do that. Be honest when you're doing that. So if you want to attach a video or put a video in this resume, how do you do that? And any section here is replaceable. So you can add new sections, you can delete extra sections, etc. As you can see, as soon as I highlight the section, I get these two options. One is the edit option and one is the remove option. I don't need the section at this point of time, so I'm going to remove it. Remember, just because you're creating a website resume does not mean you pull in all the details just like you put it on a Word format. It really does not give a good impression. You need to leave white spaces so people's eyes can move around and it is easy for them to read through whatever details you have provided. And that is what you need to educate your client as well. So as you can see, there is this section called as selected work. But at this point of time, I want to make this into introduction. And as you can see, this is how this specific format is looking at. Now, if you want to make changes to it, you could actually increase the size by highlighting title. If you think heading is okay, then you can just change it to heading. Now, apart from this, these are the different fonts that are available. You could use Arial font, and this is where you can increase the font size as well. You can bold it out, you could italicize it, and you could also change the text color. Remember, this text color is highlighting from the above text color that we have here. But if you want a separately exclusive text color, you could directly go here and change it to look very different. Now, this is how it looks like. Now, as I said, you want to add a video, introductory video here. What you could do is you could add all of these. You could add a presentation, that is a PPT directly. You could add an image or the name of the project here, or you could also add a video. Since I'll be adding a video directly here, I'll be removing all of these. So as soon as you highlight it, you get this delete group. So you just click on it and then you delete. Since I'll be adding the video, I want it to be in between the frame, in the center of the frame. So I would just put my cursor on it, say, catch it, or make sure that my cursor is highlighted on that specific section, and then you just drag it. So I have dragged it into the middle of this section at this point of time. Now, as you can see, As you can see, as soon as I drag it into the frame of the frame or the center of the frame, it looks something like this. Now, to add a video here, remember that this specific website is directly attached to the Google or the Gmail account that you have created. What you could do is you could add a video directly here, provided this video is there in the drive or the Google Drive of the Gmail account that is provided to you. So you have to ask your client to include their professional images, to include their introductory videos, etc. in the Gmail Drive account. They have to directly upload it in the Drive account so that you could access it to create this resume website. So when you click on the name of the video, this is how it shows like. So you could also upload it in YouTube and then share that link here, or you could directly use the one that is available right there in the drive. And when you do this, as soon as people open this resume website, the video will directly play in the site itself. So that's drive. So just click on drive and it will show you all the things that are available in your drive. So at this point of time, I already have uploaded a video in my drive. So I will just click on it and insert it right here. So when you select the video that you have uploaded into your drive, you will get this option of insert. So just click on insert. Just drag it in between the center of the frame. Okay. So this is how your video will actually look like. But at this point of time, this video may not directly play from your resume website. There is an important setting that you need to make before this video can actually go live or people can view it when you share this resume website with them. The way to do it is you go back to your drive. It is open here, my drive, and then what you do is you search for that specific video. This is the video that is available. Now you have to go to the settings of this video and then you have to look at who can actually access this video at this point of time. So to do that, just select the video and then you have to go to share. Share is the option that you need to look for. Click on share and you will get all of these permission sets at this point of time. Now, as you can see, you need to make sure that this specific permission, anyone on the internet with this link can view this video. If the way to do it is you just click on change and you have to look at these specific permissions. So you have viewer, commenter, and editor. Remember, don't ever give any editing permissions to anybody, because if they edit the video, the next HR person that this link goes to, that is the resume website goes to, will be seeing the edited version of the video, because this is one center place. This is not individual websites that we are creating. Make sure that you never give anybody the editor option. You just give them the viewer option, because you just want people to view the resume website. You don't want anybody to make any kind of changes in the resume website. So make sure this setting is updated, which is anyone with this link can view this on the internet. So that means you are giving them viewing permissions for the video itself. So once this is done, just click on done, and that is the setting that you need to do. So now I'm going back to my resume and this is how it looks like. Now I have another section here. So probably if you want to add any other presentations, you could use this section. But at this point of time, I don't think I want to use this section. So I would just delete this section. And the way to do it is just click on the small bin icon and then just click on it, and then it is done. Now, at any point of time, make sure that you are creating a lot of value for your customer who is getting this resume website built. So, one of the important things that is people see when a HR gets a resume, it is important for them to cross check the references given by the candidate. And one of the ways that they do it is using the LinkedIn profile. So, what you could do is you could, rather than get in touch at email address, which is available there, you could actually click a button and drag and drop it here. So, for example, let us say I want to highlight my LinkedIn profile. I could just put it as LinkedIn profile and give my LinkedIn profile here. Okay, just click on insert, and this is how your button looks like. Now, let us say I want the section at the bottom. I could actually drag it. I want this in the middle of the page, so I could just drag it. And let us say I want to increase the size of this. So just update, and you could just drag it. Make sure it is in the center of the page. See, at any point of time, the customer is paying you for your design skills. So just play around. This tool is super simple to use. So you could do whatever you want at this point of time. Again, you could just go to all of this. Probably I want to highlight this, so I would like to give it a light color, gray background. Now, another thing that is very important here is the contact information. Now, to add a contact information, I want to make sure that no matter whatever pages I'm adding in, the contact information is available right there on each page rather than I adding it multiple times every time. So for that, I have to create something called as footer. Footer, as most of you know, is at the end of the document and is available at all the pages, right? So what I do is I am going to add a footer, but before that, I want to delete the section entirely. Want to delete this section as well, so there is not too much of a white space. And now I want to add footer to it. Now, to add a footer, what should my footer consist of? My footer should definitely consist of my email or contact information, which is again your contact information, like probably your WhatsApp number, etc. Now, you could also highlight this because this is the most important information. If people want to reach out to your customer because they're impressed with the resume website that you have created, then this is the most important place. So you just make it a little bigger, not so big. Yes, this is perfect. You could also change the color of the text using this. Probably I want it to be maroon, so it is highlighted, it is out there. Now, one of the ways to make this clickable is directly Google is providing you with this mail to @contact@gmail.com. This is an automatic setting that Google does for you. So whenever people they are impressed with the resume, the HR wants to contact you, rather than copy your email and again put it in their mail server, they can just click on this and get started. So what happens is when I click on it, immediately my email server opens on my specific desktop, and this is how it looks like. Since none of these emails are already set up on my system, this is showing like this. But because if you are working professional, that is if the HR person is working in an office, definitely Microsoft Exchange will be set up on their desktop, so it will immediately open a new email with your customer's email ID, so they don't have to again copy and paste it. See, all of these small bells and whistles are what are some value additions that you are doing from your side to make it easy for the HR person to directly contact your customer. Apart from that, this is the WhatsApp number that is available there. You could also make it clickable using this small code, which is available here. I will also put the small code in the description below, so you could also use it for your own project. But to use this code, you have to make sure that you are using the country code as well. Though you might be creating these resume websites for people staying in India and you are sending it to only HR in India, you're not working with any clients across the world, you still need to make sure that you use the country code, that is 91 for India, because this specific code does not work until and unless you use the country code. So you just put the country code and the rest of the number and you click on apply. This makes this specific number clickable. So when people click on this, what happens is they will be able to, this will directly take you to the web WhatsApp that is available on any desktop device, right? As you know, WhatsApp is not just available in a mobile device, but is also available on a desktop device. So since I have not put the complete number, this is showing an error. But if you use the complete number, then this will directly take you to the web WhatsApp. So I'm going back to my specific resume, and this is how it looks like. Now this is the first page that I have created, which is the home page. Now let us say I want to add additional pages because I want to provide more information regarding the educational qualification, regarding the projects that the client has worked in, regarding any certifications that they may have done, right? So in that specific thing is, you just go to pages, and as you can see, these are the list of the pages at this point of time, which are already part of this resume website. As I told you, this resume website comes with 3 mandatory pages. Now you could add many more pages depending on how big or how small your client's resume is. Now let me go to about page. Now, if I click on About page, remember these are all template based websites. So Google is directly giving you the template regarding how to create a portfolio for your customer. You don't have to do much of anything. All the layout is the same and you have to use the layout. Don't become over ambitious and don't change layouts at this point of time, because this all depends on how, these are all tried and tested templates. So you don't have to make many more changes. You just use the one that is available. Again, here I can change this image. I could just go to more editing options. I want to select an image wherein probably, uh, let us say, again, I go back and search for a professional image. And I want to highlight myself. So I think this image depicts me better. So I just select the image. And as you can see, as soon as I do that, the image gets replaced. I could actually increase the size of this image, or I could reduce it. It is as simple as that. Now, this is a statement that you can make. So, for example, let us say you are working for a client who has just completed their graduation, who doesn't have any prior experience, and is getting this resume website done. So, you could actually talk to them and ask them, so, how are you unique from the other people in the market? Because there are so many people who are searching for a job. And then your customer tells you, you know, I have actually stood first in my university, or um, probably I am well known for this specific trait, or probably I am more of a people person, or whatever, right? So you would be adding all those details in a normal resume if you have created one. So since we are creating a website entirely for the resume, you could add all of that here. So you could say, the candidate who is Sirisha is confident, young, confident, vibrant person who stood first in their university, their professors, her professors love her for the vibrancy and intelligence. Her friends love her for her kindness, blah, blah, blah. So, as you can see, we are just trying to highlight the different attributes of the candidate, right? Here, in this case, the candidate is your customer. So, it is very important that you highlight whatever the customer is has any unique qualities of, because this is the place wherein the HR would want to know a synopsis or a summary of the candidate that has sent them this resume website. Now, apart from that, you could actually write a list of the clients. For example, let us say he's a graduate, he has just graduated, he doesn't have any work experience, but probably he has worked part time, or probably he has conducted certain events in their college, probably he was part of some committees in the college, etc., etc. So you can add all of those details here. If there is nothing like that, you don't want this, then you could just delete this specific section by itself as well. So as you can see, this is super duper simpler, super duper easy. Now, work experience, again, like I said, any part-time jobs that they have done, they were part of any committees, or if your customer has had previous work experience, you could add all of their clients' information here. Education, of course, this is very important. So you just remove this from the resume that they have provided with you, and then you just copy and paste it. Now, make sure you don't have any additional sections that don't have any details at this point of time. And as you can see, the footer is always available for all the pages. Now, this is the way to create a resume website. Now, let us see how this looks like. So, once you have created this resume website, you will be sharing it with a HR person at the end of the day, right? Or with any recruiter. In that case, how when you share it with the recruiter or the HR person, how does it look like on their screen? That is where this option of the preview comes in. So if you see the small icon wherein you have a bigger screen and a smaller screen attached together, you could just click on it, and this is the preview option. And as you can see at the bottom, you have all of this. You have the large screen, which is the laptop device, and you have a tablet device here. I mean, these are the different views that are available for each of the devices. Now, see, 70% of the people, they first view whatever documents come to them directly on their mobile phone. So you first need to make sure that whatever you are creating, the resume or the website that you are creating for your client, should look great on a mobile device. So first we'll set the preview as a mobile phone. And this is how it looks like. Looks great to me. For additional pages, you could just click on the three dots at the left, and then it will show you all the pages that are available. Now, let me go to About section and see how it looks like. This looks great as well, though there are certain white spaces which probably we could remove. And this is how it looks like. As you can see, the header, the footer is also properly aligned. You don't have to do anything about it. But if it is not properly aligned, then you just reduce the font size and it will sit perfectly. Now, how does it look on a tablet? This is how it looks on a tablet. It is properly aligned as well. And anyways, laptop, looks great. So if I need to make any changes, just click on the into or the remove preview, come back here. And since this was a white space that we really did not like, you could just remove it. And this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Now, what, let us say you have completed everything, you have added certain design elements here. Of course, just making the contact information clickable will be a big value addition for your customers. Now, what you need to do is, if everything looks good, you just share this URL with your customer and ask them to view it. If they like what they're seeing, then what you need to do is you just need to publish it. Remember, you could publish or republish this multiple number of times. You don't have to do this at any point. See, you don't have to think that, okay, it would just stay that way, or I cannot make any changes once I publish it. You could multiply, you could publish it and unpublish it multiple times. So you could add new information, you could edit out old information, you could remove, you could add new sections. Entirely it is up to you. So this is how it looks like. Now, the request public search engines to not display my site. This is important because we are not creating it as a full-fledged website. We're just creating it as a place wherein we are storing all the information at one place, so that only those specific people for whom we intend this website, we are sharing it with them and we want them to see it. That's it. So, ready? You just click on the publish button above. So to do that, when you click on the publish button above, let me just show you how that is done. Just click on publish. And then, okay, so you just copy whatever is available at the top until you just copy whatever is available at the top, post D, and then you have to click on this request public search engines to not display my site. This we are specifically doing because you want this website to be shared only with people, and only those people with whom you have shared, you want them only to view. You don't specifically want this to be available in the public domain. So you could just do make sure that this is clicked, request public search engines to not display. Otherwise, Google search engines, other being Yahoo search engines, they will start crawling this specific website because they will consider this to be any other normal website. So rather than that, you want this to be private at this point of time, because this is just something which you want to showcase to those specific intended audience only. So once you do that, just click on publish, and that is where the publishing actually happens, and this is how the actual site looks like. As you can see, this looks super duper professional. This also has other pages that have all the important information regarding your specific client, their qualifications, what they actually do. See, at any point of time, if you start practicing, you can add a lot of features into this specific site. My work is just to show you demo wise how you could create it by yourself. But apart from that, it is entirely upon you. If you can practice more, you could learn a lot of other things that you can add here as a value addition. And that is where you can charge anywhere from up to 25 to $50 for just one website. And this is all free, right? The Gmail account is created by your client, the password is provided by your client, the resume details are provided by your client. It is just about your design skills at the end of the day. That's it. So you could actually pursue this as a part-time business. And now we will be talking about how you could actually market this. One of the ways that you could actually market it is using websites such as Fiverr. I have already talked about Fiverr in my last specific videos. So this is how the UI of the Fiverr looks like. And if I specifically search for any other competition out there who's creating resume websites, these are all the people that are available at this point of time. And if you don't know what pricing you want to sell this specific service for, you could directly go to Fiverr and do some research. So these people are charging anywhere from 2,384, somebody is charging 398, etc. So if you're just starting out, because you don't have a lot of experience, a lot of work to show for your specific skills, you could start charging very low, that is 500 rupees. And then once you have certain clients who have come to you, once you have a lot of portfolio work that you can show to somebody else, then you could always increase your charges up to 3,000 rupees as well. So if you want to understand more about how to advertise about your services, what to talk about your services, you could directly come to Fiverr and research about what other people who are competition to you are doing and what sort of keywords they are using. Apart from that, one more area that you could actually use to promote your services is, of course, Facebook Marketplace. So if I log in into Facebook, let me quickly show you that as well. I have created an entirely separate video on how Facebook Marketplace works, how you can list any services and start selling that for free. I'll put it up in the suggestion button up as well as in the description below, so you could check that out as well. But one of the places that you could actually market your services for free, and not just in India but in other locations, is of course your marketplace. So you could directly go to create a new listing. Of course, the complete process of how a marketplace works, how to create new listing, is everything in my other video wherein I specifically talk about Facebook Marketplace. So do check that out as well. So at this point of time, probably I want to create a listing for a job, because freshers are generally looking for jobs at this point of time. So this is my specific dashboard that they're showing. Okay, so here your image is very, very important. So just go to Google searches, or you could also actually go to free stock imagery. For example, Pixabay is one, Pexels is one. So let us say I go and search for Pixabay, and this is how Pixabay looks like. I could say jobs. See, your clients, that is a fresher, will be looking for a job. So make sure that the image that you are creating depicts what they are looking for. Because if you just put resume writing service, people may not even understand what you're trying to sell. So one of the images that looks good here is probably this one, wherein one specific person is highlighted. These are all free images. You don't have to pay anything for them. So just go to Pixabay or Pixels and then pick the right image and then add it to your Facebook listing. So you could download that image, add the image here, and under title, you have to make sure that whatever you are creating, the listing captures attention, because there are so many listings out there. Your listing would actually get lost in that huge marketplace. So to make sure that people pay attention, your title should be attractive. So you could say jobs available only if you can showcase your talent. That is what we are trying to do here, right? We are trying to create a resume building website so that people are able to create a distinct or a unique identity for themselves. And as soon as HR people look at the resume, they feel attracted and they want to talk to this candidate who has created something which is standing apart from the market. So you could just write that as an initial attention grabbing headline. You could price your services anywhere from 500 rupees. In the category, make sure that you are selecting the right category. So let us say if we have any jobs here, if jobs are not available, then we would use classifieds. Yeah, jobs is not available, so would just say classifieds, miscellaneous at this point of time, of course, new, and then you write your description. How do you yeah. So you could create a listing depending on which location you want to target. So let us say specifically, I want to target the location that I'm currently in, which is Hyderabad. You could just leave it here. If you want to target specifically another country, because most of the people who will pay more for your services will stay in other parts of the world, right? You could charge more there. If you charge $20 there, that is around 20 into 75 rupees, right? So it would get you more money for your buck. So you could also target other countries like United States, United Kingdom, etc. So you could, because New York is a very costly place, people who are staying there will have money to spare. So you could directly target New York. And apart from that, do you want to boost listing after it's published? Yes, hide from friends. If you are just starting the service and you don't want people, that is your friends, to know specifically about what you're trying to do, you could just hide it from friends. And for the images, let us say I add something just because I could publish this and show you how it looks like. Yeah. Of course, this is not an appropriate image for this kind of listing, but it's okay because at this point of time, I just want to show you how it looks like. So now the next button is enabled. I could just click on it. And it also shows all the different groups that are available wherein I could share my listing. So you could also join all of these groups. Of course, at this point of time, since I am in Hyderabad, it is showing all the Hyderabad related groups here. You could join these groups and then your listing will be shared there. Now, this is one of the ways that you could promote your services apart from Fiverr, because Fiverr is again a very competitive space. But apart from that, OLX is another place, right? As you know, OLX is also a market site which is very popular. So you could also go into OLX and put a free classified there regarding your resume building website services. I know most of you have used OLX, so I will not be going in the step-by-step detail regarding how to create a classified, but this is also one of the other places that you could actually use to share your services. Apart from that, you could join in the different groups that are available in Facebook for free and then start promoting your services. So that's it, folks. That is the video that I wanted to share for today. With this resume building website services, You could create it as a side hustle, or you could do it as a work from home opportunity. As you can see, this is super, super easy. Anybody with just a laptop and an internet connection can do this business. If you're a housewife, if you are a student, even if you are a business owner but has some free time, you could build this business on the side. If you don't want to do this on your own, you could also get people who can start working on this. You could charge anywhere from 2000 to 4000 rupees. If you're just starting out, then probably you would have to charge less, around 500 to 1000 rupees, before you can start getting all your projects together. So you have a number of works that you could show to your potential customers. If you have already done this previously, if you have some kind of graphic skills, then of course this is a cake walk for you. Apart from that, what you could do is you could also promote these services in other countries, not just in India, and make more money overseas. And if you could actually add content writing services as an additional service along with the resume building, that is provided the client gives you their resume, you actually make the phrases interesting, you add certain English to it, you could also do that and earn much more money by billing them more fees for this particular service, because people would want to make sure that their phrases are interesting in a resume, right? So you could add that as an additional service and then charge more. So I hope you like this content. I'll be creating many more episodes in this series of side hustle or work from home opportunities. These are genuine opportunities that you could market and make extra cash for yourself. If you want to know what those other episodes are, stay tuned to my channel by subscribing it, smashing the like button. And if you want me to specifically present you on any one specific topic, leave that in the comment section and I will pick it up. This is Sirisha Varma, founder, chief strategist at Branding by Pixels, a business strategy design and digital marketing company coming live to you from India. I'll see you again in my next video. Until then, please do take care. Bye-bye.